So I'm pretty sure a lot of people have at least thought about this at least maybe once or twice in their heads, right? So a lot of people were thinking that, like, once the Mimic saga is over, right? We finally vanquished the Mimic. We're rolling the Mimic pack and sniff it like, right? But what's going to happen to Fnaf after the Mimic? And a lot of people are speculating that maybe they should reboot Fnaf once it's all said and done. So it really got me thinking, is a Fnaf reboot necessary? Because, like, I can see the good and the bad that comes with the decision, right? If we reboot Fnaf, right? If we reboot it, we'll give ourselves a second chance of telling a more compelling story, right? Because I'm pretty sure I keep saying this over and over, right? That Five Nights at Freddy's, the first one, was originally going to be Scott Cawthon's last game after hitting roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, right? He didn't think that Five Nights at Freddy's was going to be a success. So, the story of FNAF, he did not have the clear picture of where the franchise was going. That's why we've been getting so much final chapters and all that. Using final, like, willy-dilly. With a reboot, we finally got experience of how the story goes. We can now, telling more compelling story in a much more clearer right? Right. But here's the thing about reboots. If they decide to reboot FNAF, I don't think a lot of people will appreciate it. Appreciate it. I can't talk. Because, honestly, if they reboot Five Nights at Freddy's, it's more or likely it's going to damage the brand. That basically telling us that all this lore building, all this looking for clues, all this and that, the theorizing, all of it was just for nothing. Right? And I feel like that's going to make a great disservice of everyone who has ever been with FNAF since the very beginning, right? But it really does leave the question, what's next for FNAF after the Mimic? What do you guys think?